Hi, this is Bam the Dark Knight. Here with another review. I'm actually off work today. I've been sick a while, but it's seriously caught up with me now, so I'm actually in bed, throat and chest and everything's killing me. I was actually asleep and this thing showed up, so I had to get up and review it, and then I'll be straight back to bed. So sorry if this review is a bit different than the others. I'll try to do my best. So let's get this open and get reviewing the figure inside. Okay, so a lot of you already know what this is because you've seen the title obviously, but I just said I'd show you the box real quick, like I always do. Picture of the crow there in the front, and it's cool and it's accurate because the film, or the picture, sorry my head's all over the place. The picture is not high resolution, and 20 years ago pictures on front of movie covers and posters and everything wasn't, because it just wasn't there. But it looks brilliant. It makes this have a vintage feel to it. And there's a nice I don't know what you'd call it. Is it like crow scratches? I don't know what it is. Or is it supposed to be like feather? Can you see it there? It's done in gloss or a type of wood effect. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. As you can see, this is the special edition. Tim Sen sent me this, so he just sent me a price for the special edition and I took it straight away. I usually don't mind not getting special editions, but I've actually bought two from him. One being that bad guy, the quarter scale Batman, and then this. So yeah, that's it. Pretty standard box, nothing else really to it. Let's get the figure out. Super excited about seeing this. Okay, so here's the crow out of the box. And first impression in this figure is he's pretty cool looking. First thing I noticed though was the jacket. I've seen a few reviews like Nenny D and all. The jacket is a bit baggy. I like how baggy it is, but in my opinion it's not as well made as Blade's jacket. Blade's jacket there from a few years ago was excellent. How the jacket just sat in the figure. And now I'm actually regretting selling that figure in the last month or two, but what can you do? You need to sell sometimes to keep your collection going. But the head sculpt on this guy is excellent. And in hand, I actually like how the teeth look. I thought they looked a bit funny, they look a bit beaverish or something, but I don't know if I can make it out here. The gums are actually painted on this guy, just there at the top if you can see it, the pink of the gum. So in hand, the teeth don't look so bad. And the hair is longer than the promo shots, which is something I thought was wrong, and they fixed that. It's a lot longer now. It looks a bit better. The hair is pliable, and the paint on the face has a real natural look to it. You can sort of still make out the texture of his skin underneath, which is brilliant. Hot Toys never fail on face paints, in my opinion. And here's the crow itself, nicely detailed with this translucent rod that just sticks up his bloody backside. I seen a review where someone said they wish this had a magnet on it. I can't recall who the reviewer was, but if you're watching this, sorry. They wish there was a pole there, or a magnet, sorry, so it could just stick on his arm or something, and I agree, that would be cool, but you have to do it something like this, and this is probably how I'll pose him in the cabinet. The stand is brilliant. It's just simple. Just says the crow right there and Eric Draven. The undersuit is nicely detailed. Has holes and everything in it, which is accurate to the movie. Maybe they're not in the same spot. I can't remember, but they're still there. There's his fiance's ring, which hangs nicely around his neck. And it's actually in perfect scale. I'm sure you could actually slip that onto one of those fingers if you really wanted to. It has the black tape all around the appropriate areas to the movie, like around his waist, around his hands, I think it's around his legs as well somewhere. Yeah, there it is there. And it has the rope tied around as well. Really loving how this figure looks. Nice texture to the pants. Doesn't feel like real leather, but it looks like real leather. It's really light like, but it's still good. And then down to the boots. I like how the boots look. They're cool. The way the tongue hangs over like that, that's accurate to the movie. Well, you can see the leg on mine there. I'll have to tuck that down a bit more. So yeah, overall I'm happy with this figure. Alright, so on to accessories. I'll go with this first. You get the window from his apartment all smashed and it has blood on it. Now I like how this looks, but I think there's two things that are inaccurate, sorry, to the movie. I think one, if you look at the scale of it there, I think the window is bigger. I think it is. And then two, I don't think there's blood down there. If they're doing the scene where he like jumps through the window and swings back in, the blood is at the top because that's where he grabs, and then his hands, you see them cutting the heel. So I can't remember, it's been a while since I've seen the film, but it's not a big deal. I'm not nitpicky, I'm just pointing out for people who might be nitpicky. It's still nice, it's nice to have that, but I probably won't be posing it with the figure. Alright, and then you just get a manual showing you all the different things you need to know about the figure. And then on the hands you get two spare pairs of hands, and then the hands on the figure, that's 3 pairs. You get these fisted hands that are a bit, they're a tiny, no, they look okay. I just noticed 1 or 2 spots on mine where the paint is a bit off, but it's not a big deal. Like, there's a little spot there, I don't know how well that's coming out. And then on one of the hands I have up here, there's a spot in his thumb. Again, I'm not being nitpicky, I just noticed that. Another fisted hand. And then you have these hands here, that's, I assume they're for holding the special edition, the top of the church. What would you call that? What would you call that? Anyway, for the special edition accessory that comes with it. You get his guitar. Very nice. Amazingly detailed. These strings are actually on there. It just blows me away how Hot Toys do that. Really nice detail on this guitar. This is something I probably will pose him with on his back. Maybe, just to give the figure a bit more, I don't know, make him stand out a little bit more. There's the strap for the guitar, which I haven't obviously opened yet. And then there's the, would it be a weather vine? I don't know what it is. What would you call it? There it is anyway. Nicely detailed. Very big as well, like when you look at it in scale to the figure. So this is a nice accessory to have. I wouldn't have minded not having this, but as I said, Tim Central sent me the invoice for the special edition, so I just bought the special edition. But I'm glad I have it. So anyway, that's all I can really talk about this figure. I'd highly recommend them. Get them. I think, I say this about a couple of the figures I buy, but I always try to judge me figures that I buy. I think this guy, because there's such a cult following to this film, I think this guy will be one of those that will go up in value over time. I'm probably wrong. I thought that in the past with figures and I was wrong, and I had to sell them off sometimes cheaper than what I bought them. But this guy is, I think he's one to have in the collection. Highly recommend him, as I said. So get him while you can. This is Batman the Dark Knight. Oh, by the way, just before I go, keep an eye out for my collection update. I'm going to upload that possibly later on today or tomorrow, because as I said, I feel like shit. So it'll probably be tomorrow. So keep an eye on that video. And this is Batman the Dark Knight. I'll see you all again soon, people. Bye.